cut my hair again because I have had very long hair for more than 10 years. I never have my hair in short to mid length, but a couple months ago I cut my hair around like this long. That's like the shortest it's ever been, and I kind of like it. And now once it's getting a little bit longer, I cannot wait to cut it again, maybe even shorter. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. If you want to stick around, first of all, thank you.
Gathered by the sea, sand people anxiously. Not once did speak to me. When tides came, did not flee. The east spoke the same, had the same dreams, same pain and same feelings. Staring at the sea and what was left of me.
I just have my hair cut and wow, it looks so different. It's crazy how hairstyle for a lot of people, it can change you completely. I actually really like this hairstyle. I don't know if it looks good on me, but it will for sure take some getting used to because I haven't had like a full bang like this since I was in high school. But I like it. I think it's a great change. I actually kind of thought about maybe cutting it even shorter, but I think that will be a little bit too extreme for me. I don't know if that will suit my face shape. I usually have my hair like down to my like waist. I actually use this picture of Billie Eilish as a reference. This picture of her, I don't know if you can see that one. I don't know if my hair looks like that. Obviously her hair probably even like way healthier than mine, and we have completely different hair texture. My hair probably don't look like this, but it has a kind of similar vibe. I don't know, but I like it. It's just crazy different. But enough about my hair. Talking about books, Legendborn, I finally started reading this book yesterday or maybe 2 days ago. Now I'm already on page 92. I know that's not a huge update or whatsoever, but at least I already started. So far I really like it. It has a little bit of dark academia vibe. It's a fantasy. The magical system in this book is quite interesting, but at the same time I don't really understand everything yet. I still get a bit confused, but basically the main character in this book, I think her name is Bree. She's trying to figure out what happened to her mother. She passed away right before she went to this early college program in, I think, North Carolina, or no, it's just a very like almost white area, and Bree as people of color. One day she kind of have this encounter with a very secret society of these people called legendborn. Their job is literally like killing demons and protecting human existence and everything. This society is like any other secret society in the United States, I think. A lot of hierarchy, a lot of nepotism, and mostly white. And she will infiltrate the society because she thinks this society may have something to do or probably know something about what actually happened to her mother's accident. I thought it was a very interesting premise. This is like more like an urban fantasy set up in real world with a very interesting magical system, while also trying to break down this barrier of injustice and racism that happens in real life. Just sounds interesting, amazing, and promising, and I hope this won't let me down because I had a very high expectation for this. I have heard nothing but amazing thing about this, so I cannot wait to read some more. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've been kind of not really annotate, but kind of like highlight my favorite quotes or sentences while I read and then tab them. And me being me, I just need the highlighter that I use and the tab to kind of match the cover of the book. For this book, I don't have a red highlighter or paper tab because I think red will be very intimidating and like just too bold for those. So instead I actually use my gray highlighter, which I actually really like. I think it looks really cool and not as loud. And I use blue paper tap because I think it matches the cover. The cover of this book is red and blue. And by the way, this is the highlighter that I use, the Mild Liner by Zebra. And now I think I'm just going to get ready for bed and chill for the rest of the night. I want to watch Only Murders in the Building.
Starting to think I like being stuck, 'cause if you look at the ceiling, my favorite part's the sky cut off. I don't wanna realize how far away I am from heaven. Beginning to feel this time next year, I'll touch the trees in Boston. I don't know what we'll do, but I'm afraid to get lost again, looking for the truth in a world of ceilings, walking out the view. Even if I were good, I can't see couple toes, and even if I could, there's something in the silence of this waiting room
is absolutely delicious. It's one of my favorite coffee recipe at the moment. So my sister recently got my dad a new Nespresso machine, and I've been also kind of using it. It's honestly makes coffee making so much easier and more delicious because the Nespresso pods is honestly so good. The Nespresso machine he got was called Essenza Mini. It's different from the Virtuo or Virtuo, I don't know what's that called, the bigger pot size, the one that a lot of people have in United States. It's the original Nespresso machine size. The coffee pods are a lot smaller, and for this specific coffee that I just made, the coffee pod called Chiaro, they don't really specify the caffeine strength. Made it in Lumo size, so around 140 milliliter, which is the biggest option in our Nespresso machine. Add some ice. I also froth some almond milk with some organic coconut sugar, around 2.5 tablespoons. I know it's quite a lot, but the coconut sugar that I use has barely any sweet taste in it. It's very slight, much safer than regular sugar, much healthier option. I don't like overly sweet foods or drinks, so it's perfect for me. I also add in some powdered creamer in it. Just froth them all together, pour them into the coffee, and then here it is. I've tried 2 or 3 different Nespresso pot because you got that whole tester thing, and this is the one that I really like, one of my favorite, because it tastes a lot more creamy and kind of have like vanilla scent to it, just a little bit more sweet even without the milk and the creamer and everything. And we also just bought a few packs of Nespresso pods, and I got Chiaro for myself because, like I said, it's my favorite one, and my mom got the Buenos Aires Lumo. The intensity is around level 4, and for my dad he got the Ispirazione Ristretto Italiano. It's very difficult to pronounce, but this one is quite strong. The strength is level 10. But enough talk about coffee, let's just talk about the book that I've read this week. I wasn't really in the mood for reading, but I still managed to get some reading in at least this week. Legendborn, currently on page 138, so not even halfway through, but I can already see the direction of the story, even though it's still very early to tell. But so far I really like the way this book incorporates a lot of magical, fantastical aspect with a bit of history about King Arthur. He's kind of like the main Legendborn. But yeah, I'm just going to continue on reading this book and absorbs all the magical vibe that I will get from this book. Hopefully next week will be a lot better for me in terms of reading, so I can finally finish this and start to get into more thrillery kind of book. Oh, but I also able to finish an audiobook. It's called It Happened One Summer. All I can say about this book is it's a very smutty book. I was just surprised. I didn't know that it has that amount of smut in it. Going in, I listened to it while I was out in public, and I was kind of shocked. I felt like I'm third wheeling or fourth wheeling in this relationship. I felt like I was intruding some very private moment, and I felt uncomfortable, especially because it's an audiobook. I feel like those kind of book will be better for you to consume in a book format. But other than that, the more I get into the book, the more I like the book. For the story itself, I give it around 4.2 to 4.5 stars.